Welcome, everybody. Happy Memorial Day. And it looks like we got a full load of players today. To catch everybody up, clocks off screen. This was kind of in between the party split. And so now everybody's grouped back up and they're following. Well, we'll let the players regale them as they got back together on whatever, and the players have the scene.
Wow. I remember. I just remember we were walking
You guys are
So
walking and rolling up fuse cord.
somewhere.
get started, Harley.
Explosives.
At least that's what we're hoping.
It is what they are.
Picked a couple fights.
You watched a goblin pee.
You know,
Pushed a boulder in front of a cave to stop some monsters coming in.
shouldn't have.
No, that was because of the goblins that were already fighting it. You killed the sheriff.
That's the story I know, and I'm sticking to it. You touched something you should
Uh,
I'm gonna start touching you.
know.
I'm
Maybe.
gonna mute myself so no background noise there.
we learned that the goblins have been working with the drow from this, and that there was some sort of agreement that's been aggravated between the drow and the droger.
Sulfur wasn't delivered on time. I think it
Yeah,
was
the
sulfur,
pretty lady.
right? I'm pretty sure it
Once
was
you
sulfur.
guys have once you guys have finished recapping each other and stuff, I'll flip over to the other page. Like the thing they drug into.
Actually, I think that was pretty much it. Picked a couple fights, got peed on, or someone peed on my foot, pushed a rock in, found some fuses. At least from my perspective of it, because I didn't see what the rest of them
What about the thing that they had that they caught?
did. Um, oh my god, my brain just shut off. Oh, the birdie. Long leg, long, yeah, emu. There we go. He's
Oh yeah, the emu.
You caught one of the Angry Birds?
Kind of.
sort of, kind of, in a roundabout sort of way.
The drow had one they were trying to wrangle.
Hold it.
Doesn't cold mean kill? They came across a scene where an angry drow uh, matriarch was voicing her opinion towards the hobgoblins, and the goblins being where she's trying to talk to her business partners, the Draugrs, or Dwelgars, wherever you want to pronounce it. and they had behind them an emu. Took them a while to figure out what it was, and they calmed it and left it with the goblins being a little less afraid of the one. But as far as they know, there's something around 50,000 of these emus running around where there was about only 5,000 something goblins, and they got chased off. Some other issues are being presented as well. There's something about slime, things that are now more prevalent, and then they wandered a little bit further down the tunnel after the drow stormed off, regaling how she wishes she had more people like Kamar, which are competent males. And then they saw a few goblins and a hobgoblin dealing with a giant ass Zorn, and they just meandered past it.
I really want to
Zish,
shoot it.
Zish and Jared Luth spotted an illusion of some sort, and when they looked up, Rennie and Kamars had continued down the tunnel way, and they started to following the wire. That it turned out that it was a camouflaged fuse wire of sorts, and started collecting it. They got to uh, a a rock pillar that was strapped like years worth of unattentive IT work fused dynamite on a wall. Like they just kept placing more and more and wrapping it together. And meanwhile, Kamar and
It did seem like a rather large amount that we were finding.
yep, Kamar and Rennie wandered north as Jared Luth and Zish wrapped back up to where they were, following this fuse wire. And off scene, they were pushing a huge ass rock in front of this nasty looking centipede looking thing as the goblins were trying to push it back. And that was concluded, and the sheriff that they found was dying on arrival, unable to mitigate the whatever was happening to it. And so yeah, they tossed off the sheriff's badge to the team. Uh, the goblin handed it as it was wandering past, and they've collected some of the. There's too much to collect in the time frame because this all took place in about 10-ish minutes, and so you've all grouped back up, and you've decided either to head towards where you're hearing shouts and angry stuff, or following the fuse. They chose to follow the fuse, and that's where we're sitting right now, is at that point. So let me bring up they changed how I load the screens. So let's click over here, activate. Let me know when you all are loaded.
All right.
Uh-huh.
We'll let you know. No, I'm not loaded yet. I was just agreeing.
Oh, I was like, I don't think I've seen you load that fast yet.
The new
I'm
update
loaded.
for Foundry is
I'm loaded.
pretty good. Is pretty more is more solid.
Pretty
So
more
here we
solid.
are. Yeah, it was like here we have you guys lying down the hallway, heading towards. You have a goblin runner next to clocks. Zish is up in front with Glicks. You missed a lovely scene where they learned how the what the brackleweed was.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say that.
What's a brackleweed?
Go
Oh
ahead.
God, no! Can I take my headphones off?
The audience must
Well,
know.
crackleweed is something the goblins have been chewing, which apparently the emus like as well.
Mm.
They chew it, and then they'll switch it with the goblins' crackleweed. So they'll swap. They'll like chew. When you spit the chew out,
Yeah.
another goblin will come along and chew that chew.
Gross.
But apparently,
Okay.
it has a good healing effect with it.
Mm.
It makes
Or it
them
gets
feel
chewed
all
by different
gooder.
goblins.
So it's
Wait.
like that leaf that turns your teeth and gums red.
Yeah, it's yeah, it's a chew that they chew on, and if they ABC the chew and swap it, and another goblin chews on it, they can take that chew that they've been chewing on secondhand, and they can ply it, and it has a minor healing effect after it's been chewed twice.
It's like cow cud, but they don't keep
They swap. Yeah.
swappable cow cud for goblins.
So zooming into the scene, Zish, you have the lead. This is where I'm going to start pushing it on to the players. You tell me when you're moving. It's not paused. Be careful how fast you move your characters, because if a trap goes off or a scene starts, I'm just going to pause it and start it. So
I just got a bad gateway notice. This page, I'm still not in yet.
I'm going to take a couple of my ball bearings and feed them to my rest monster.
okay. To give highlight, it's probably about 3 in the afternoon ish on the still the first day. 3 going on. It's closer to 4. So you guys have the scene. You tell me what you're doing.
I didn't go all the way back up this hall yet, so
Correct. The
yes,
fuse
the
wire
IRAP.
right here is still here. This wire is still here, going southward. Where the white lines are is where it was cut, and all the orange stuff right here and here has been collected.
Somehow I have 5 50-foot ropes I'm carrying, and I wasn't carrying any before.
Because the goblins dropped off 3, the harpoon thing, you should be down to 2, because or at least 1 when you dealt with the Wolverine fish. The Alapakma. So you could delete 1 off.
I'm
Probably
down to
2.
1 now.
Yeah.
It's the javelins that are wearing me down.
I double check all my stuff too. Make sure
You
nothing's
should
leaked.
be down 2 or 3 javelins as well from that event.
Yeah, I have 6. I had like 14 at one point, so I should be good there.
Where did your character go?
You said to get javelins.
Oh, your character just disappeared. Where did you put it?
I didn't move him.
Weird. Yeah, the icons will now auto rotate the direction you're heading.
Oh, that's cool.
I could put your character back on.
Hmm.
Do you
Alright,
see
well,
your
Yeah,
character?
no, I don't.
Weird. There. Okay, so whatever you guys talk to each other, fine, and just like kind of third party, and I'm moving and now I am heading down. That way I know what your character's kind of doing if you need to voice it out. Like, and we'll, scene is yours.
but we all know what Jar's gonna do. Same thing he always does. Going into stealth and starting.
I found your character. Some reason you moved it underneath the cougar. Roll your stealth. All right.
I think that's the lowest I've rolled. At least on my stealth.
We set the standard.
I'm gonna go ahead and while I'm moving, just kind of keep my eyes out ahead of us and around us for any kind of traps.
Okay.
Well, usually doing my usual, twirling my knife between my fingers, because you know.
It's boring. I hate to see what his excitement is.
Well, I can't exactly flick rocks at the human right now.
Right now, it's just a tunnel.
Is it a smooth tunnel?
It's a mining tunnel that's been reinforced. Other than the wire that you find right here, that's about it. So what are you guys doing? Or is somebody having load issues still?
I'm still having load issues.
Weird. Do you want to take the point for right now there, Jared?
Yeah, I can do that, I guess.
I'll
Be
move the little
behind
end.
him, but not all the way behind him, but be like 20 feet behind him,
Right.
just enough so I could run up behind him if he needed help. Still depends if I'll help him or not.
Glix is behind you there, Jared DeLuth.
More behind me is this. Poor clock. Ooh, shiny.
See. This is there. Goblin runners up with clocks, and the cougar is next to Rennie. And the tarnisher is on Kamar's shoulder.
Still think that thing's creepy.
It's like a giant ass roach looking thing sitting on his shoulder. Got a nice realty space on your shoulder, though.
Yep.
Because when you move your character, it will face the direction. If you click it on your, there you go.
Yep, I'm just gonna keep kind of moving forward slowly while keeping an eye on stuff. So we're still waiting. Looks like
We don't
Nate
have to.
might be starting to get in.
Yeah, we don't have to totally wait. He could tell us what he's doing, and we could just use Mind's
It's
Theater.
the way it's. I'm gonna say what's going on is I'm just quite too busy looking at the and coiling more of the cable until I can manage to get in. So I'll react if something happens, but I'm not going to take the lead until I can get in.
Nope. I will lead down the way with Mar next to me. Let him worry about the views, and we'll let the two short ships bring up with their
It took me a second there. Like, what? Why? Oh.
I'll move Glix when you move. It'll be me responding to what's going on.
Slow and steady wins the race, baby.
Yep. Currently, there's it's all quiet on the tunnel front.
This intersection I turned around at.
This right here part was cut. I'll move Zish's character down, and I've got the little guys. The wire goes two, and then two directions, west, south, and then there's the cut line which goes east, and you've coiled up to the intersection.
You think we should just cut it so they don't continue on as one big fuse thing from this corner?
Okay, I got it. I'll fix that.
DM trying to get us all killed.
No, it's not. Somebody's got more than one token highlighted. So
Didn't have any. I turned Elf and be like, should we cut the cord so they don't continue on as one big cord from here?
I've got it cut right ahead of me. Zish is coming up behind us, rolling it all up. I don't want to see which direction we should go. I want to kind of go off to our, that'd be our right. Hey, Glix, what do we got down these hallways? You been down these ways? Oh wait, I can't speak Goblin. That's right. Where's my Goblin speaker?
I think I might be, but I'm not certain.
I haven't been this far in the tunnel. I just know the boss is back here.
Yeah, what he said. Because I have the
Yes.
lipstick. I've got the lipstick.
Oh yes, the pretty lipstick. What do you think, Mar? Should we head straight ahead or should we go off to the right?
It's me. I have all of the tokens highlighted, but I can't unhighlight them.
Hit escape, and then try to click on just your token or something.
No, 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 no.
Because I know there's
Escape.
times when I'll hit escape and then re-click on something.
Crap.
She translates that to you but Glix is speaking common right now. The goblins do speak Coblin. It's common. It's just more broken and a heavier, thick accent. If they speak Goblin, they can articulate better.
Oh, we got two directions we can go. I say we cut the fuse the direction we don't go, and Zish can keep pulling up the rest of the fuse
I agree.
I like this plan.
Looks like the heavier is to the south, and that it splits off three directions. One being the way you're coming from, one being one of the ways that you cut from when you were on your own, and one to the west. So heading south is where all three of them are wrapped up and heading.
Okay. I don't want to test the right and see what's over there. If it looks like it's going to keep going down the path mainly ahead of us. What do you think?
This right from your direction or
Characters.
the one you cut? Characters right. All right. You come to when you if you step forward, you come to what you see is a dead end, and it goes up into the wall and to this recessed hole that's been dug and goes straight up into some floor up above. I have no idea why you're able to move all the tokens at once.
I just reset the whole foundry thing, and it's still doing it.
It's weird. Try click and drag over your token. Like make a little box and highlight it.
Huh? That worked.
There you go.
Wait. Yeah. Yep.
All right. Then we'll just cut the line here where we're at.
Okay. Line cut.
And I'm going to say we'll just kind of keep moving forward. Same thing, just kind of keeping an eye out for any traps, any things of interest, ambushes, of course. Some little fuckers wearing the cloak.
Okay.
Can't wait here for everybody to get caught up.
Unless someone tells me otherwise, I'll just group move everybody.
As we're walking down this hall, I'm like, I really want to come down this way.
That's the way I came down from. I already picked up all of that and gave it to Zish.
Oh, okay.
Hence the white line where that shows up.
Wow. It just blends in with the lighting. My effect. See it
Yeah,
now.
I almost didn't see it.
See, yeah. Sure, I had everything correct. You see a dead Draugr up ahead.
Dead body.
Yep.
You want to go poke it?
Yeah, I'll go poke it.
Right, you go poke it. I'll stand over Overwatch for you.
So you walk forward and you step on a goblin that stirs. Give me just a second. Glitch tries to grab the spear as it comes out as or short sword as a short sword stabs forward at you. What do you do?
Stop that.
So you try to catch the spear or the
Yeah.
sword. All right, you
Yeah.
reach to grab it. Roll me athletics.
Ooh.
You catch it.
I'll pull out my finger and be like, "Stop that."
Uh, it looks at you, stunned for a second. It's about then that two others decide that they wanted to try to jump out and come forward, and Glix steps forward. We're all good here. You go back. Go back to where we go. And roll me a intimidation check there, Kamars.
1. Oh
Yeah,
God,
oh,
I was
it's,
joking. You're not supposed to do that.
Roll a 2.
How does how does a mountain of a human just not be intimidating it just offhand? Just wondering.
Catch the guy's sword.
You caught the one guy's sword. The other two are going to get an attack, and then you can re-persuade.
Hold on. Remember, I'm in the back overwatching.
What would you like to do?
I'm gonna fire an arrow at the right between them, just at the ground like a warning shot. I don't want to hit him yet because we're trying not to, trying to be the nice guy.
Trying to do non-lethal.
Yes. Basically, I'm going to do a non-lethal shot.
You succeed in hitting the ground in front. Where? Just ping.
The one to his left, so right next to the dead body.
This guy.
Yep.
All right. Arrow goes flinging straight into the ground. Go ahead and you know what? I'll let you do a re-intimidation check. This time it'll be Jared Luth as they look into the back and they see a whole party coming up.
My intimidation or his?
Yours.
You're gonna get in that 20.
They start to realize that this might be not a winnable battle. Kamar, go ahead and roll your intimidation check with advantage, since you now have a helping hand. And that's all you needed, really. Let's see. Let's roll their wisdom. Let's do a saving throw.
Let's say, I swear to God, if they get a saving throw on this, I'm just gonna put some arrows in them. I'm gonna make them pin cushions.
was about ready to beat a motherfucker with a motherfucker.
The dust goblins, they're hesitant. They look like they're more grit than anything. Like they'll take on. They got that badger tenacity look on them. Like they don't give a fuck. But they're siding with. Okay, you could see it on their dirty little eyes. Uh, Glix tells them where to go, and they start to wander off.
I saw this cool little pit over there to jump in.
Goes. That's it. Move through the wall.
Your feet wet, spirit.
He's talking to his dog, but that's funny. Okay. Scene is calm. There's a dead dwarger there. Dwarger. It seems to just have some simple things like the war pick. Its armor's kind of busted, but it's got a scale mail, a shield, and javelins and stuff.
The scale nail was broken in that.
Yeah, a little bit of mending and a few little bit of resources. You could patch it up with the rest. Do you want to send tell the runner to go drag it with the rest of the bodies for later?
Yeah, let's send him down.
Yeah. If nothing else, it can be food.
Thought rats were bad. Wait till you eat draugr meat.
No, I'm talking about the scale nail for my trust monster.
Oh,
Wow. That's not what I was thinking he was talking about.
Neither
I was,
was
I was
I.
gonna start getting a little worried about his background there.
I might like you a little bit more now. Okay.
Yep, that's right, Rennie.
The scene seems safe. There's a split in the wire. That's leading to the left, and the main fuse to the right. It's now 4 bundled up to this one on the my right, stage left, characters left.
You had it right. Stage left.
Do we cut this one off here? Keep going this way.
I'm gonna do the scout thing because I am the scout. I'm gonna go ahead and drop back down into my stealth, and I'm gonna creep down the hallway really slow, and see what's down.
All right. That's a little better. It seems like you roll perception or common sense, as we've been calling it. Yeah, you think it leads back to the beginning, and you kind of put 1 and 2 together. Like we could have just gone left to get here.
So this basically leads.
Yep.
All right, Kumar. If we go back that way, we can go out. Leads out that direction, or we can head in further, kind of see where this fuse is coming from. I'm kind of curious. There was some,
Yeah.
lot of it heading back the other way.
Let's go see where it's coming from.
Yep.
But
I'm allowed stealth.
Not as loud as them paladins, though.
No.
How far back are you, Clocks?
Depends. Is she
Not too
distracted
far
by
back.
loose shinies?
Here, let me make sure. Let's pause for a second here. Let's figure out where everybody is at this moment. I know where Zish would be. Is right here. Glix would be there, sort of. And you said you could stealth one more square forward. How far back are you there, Clocks?
I don't know. I'm just following everybody else.
All right. I'm gonna like. Are you all right? So we'll stay right there. You hear a commotion up ahead. A lot of yelling. A lot of it is undiscernible. Roll me a history check there, Jer. You have no idea what language it is. It sounds gruff and menacing. That much you know.
Gruff and menacing could be a lot of things.
Yes.
Can I hear it?
Uh, yes. Almost. Sort. And no, actually, you need to be another square closer.
Oh, then I'd move closer if I could.
Okay. You could barely hear it. Roll history. For you, you're looking for like a 16 or high. Never mind. Yeah, you have
we're
no
sucking.
clue. Yeah, it's one of those days. Yeah, right now they're in a stealth thing, so let's give presentation and people will have those chances then. Do you inch forward another square or two there? You feel like you probably get at least 2 squares closer.
I'm gonna chance my 2 squares because
All right. You come across the back of a bunch of goblins and a hobgoblin yelling something, mixed common every now and then. They sound like they're in a standoff between something on the other side of a wall on the other end, and there's goblin probably on the other side too. There's something's in the middle of them that they're in a standoff for.
Ooh, a new pet.
Whatever it is, it's arguing back.
So is there like
I didn't
walls
stutter.
is there walls here that are prevent me from seeing everybody out there?
There's just a lot of people bodies in the way, sort of, and it's kind of dusty, and so it's a crowd.
Gotcha. Crowd.
Right. It's something in the center of that crowd is being all the commotion. You did hear in common from the gruff voice, "I want my daughter."
Oh Lord.
Big nope rope. I don't get involved in domestic affairs. Oop. All right, you're up, human. I don't do domestic affairs.
You're tall enough; you can see over the crowd if you get like
I'm with
more
you on
closer.
that one.
I do her with
Yeah, I don't do that either.
You did
Yeah,
see
let's go
all
talk
the
to those.
fuses going into they're going into the center of that crowd as near as you could say. Like the fuse is going underneath the crowd and beyond it.
My curiosity does get better.
I'm gonna go tell the group about what he heard.
And I'm gonna sit here and keep
Something
an eye.
about them wanting his butter back or something like that. And I'm like, I don't do that.
Blix is standing right there, hawking every now and then onto the ground. Zish is kind of preoccupied wrapping up coils, so girls.
Did you by any chance see what it was that was talking?
Nope, just sounded gruff and aggressive.
Hmm.
I'm in.
Woo!
Kamar came back. Jared stayed ahead. So that's the quandary at that point. Don't worry about fixing your character. Yeah, don't worry about that. The turning of things. You can click your token control and scroll to spin it if you need to. So yeah, Kamar's came back, and he's like, "It ain't my problem. Sounds like a social dispute," and that's where we're sitting at.
Looks like Rennie wants to go forward. Fox, what about you?
I'm over this mine. Does this get us out of the mine?
Just need to find the goblin boss. That much you know.
This mine is so boring. I can't tinker in this mine. I'm bored.
Maybe I should ask which direction Clocks wants to go.
That's not fair.
You know what direction she'll go. Always left.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Or right. Was it right or left?
It's left. And that is exactly where I don't want to go right now. So rude.
Reddy's ready to go forward, so
Fuse goes that way, then guess. Well, the fuse goes both ways.
the main fuse, like where it's splitting off from, is going to this.
And gets so this is wherever the initial spark point is. It's going to be this way.
Yep. So there's now there's 4 bound up going towards whatever the argument is.
I'm gonna.
So it's a fuse rope now, basically.
Yeah, when you got to the intersection, there was 3 bound together, and now you got to this one. Now there's a 4th one bound together, and this little guy right here, he went to the market, which is where Zish just cut the cable on. So the thicker of the rope, the thicker the fuse is in that direction, to the center of or beyond.
So yeah, that is literally the what my character is doing. I'm cutting the cable there and heading this way. This way, even if someone sets it off in a different direction, it's not going to get points.
Rennie is suggesting to follow the thick line.
What a nosy busybody trying to get into all of the domestic affairs. Jeez.
No, I just want as much cable as possible.
No, not you, her.
Okay. Well, before we go in,
I hand you one of the sticks of dynamite. Can you? Do you understand now why I'm so interested in this?
Oh yeah, if he brandishes one of those sticks of dynamite, might be used as a weapon. Launch him out of a. Anyways.
Think you can tie one of those onto my spear, javelin?
That depends. Do you want the javelin back?
No.
All right, so we're pretty dead set going this direction, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Let's see.
All right, give me a second. Everybody move your stuff closer, and then I can tell you what you hear C say. Well, you'll all be doing the say. Clocks, roll me a history check. Get advantage.
Please not.
You need a 5.
Oh yeah, she's the smart one. That's right.
Yeah, she has a +5 probably.
With advantage?
Oh Jesus.
She doesn't
You
need
hear-
advantage.
You hear dwarf, and it's a specific dialect of dwarf. Dark dwarf.
Dwarf. Okay,
Yes.
I can speak
You-
dwarf.
Yes, you hear dwarf, and you hear the specific dialect of a draugr. He is there's a, from what you can gather, because there's a lot of hooting and hollering and goblins. He's in the center, and he saying he'll light the fuse, and this whole place will go to hell. I want my daughter back. That's what he's saying.
Oh. So, is this guy?
Yeah, it's some
He-
the
he-
guy in the center that you.
He's the guy that you want to talk to about the fuse.
Yeah,
Is
the
this what he
goblins don't
do?
know you're there yet.
I walk up and I say, "This fuse."
Like, you don't know dwarf.
Oh,
You do know goblin if you look at your character sheet.
I translated it saying, this is the guy that you want to talk to about the fuse. He's going to light the fuse if he doesn't get his daughter back.
A few other things like unscathed. He throws in.
Well, we're not concerned about that. We're concerned about the fuse. So I just gave the synopsis.
Zish and with a helping hand from Clocks, roll me an Arcana advantage.
Both of us?
Zish will have advantage, and you're giving him a helping hand.
Okay.
Okay, Zish, you can acknowledge that there's enough. If that one pillar went off, much less if there's other pillars that are going up, that the whole damn thing would collapse and no one could escape, no matter how fast you ran. You could be at the entrance diving out and maybe make it. So the threat is not a nice one.
I think I'm going to need you to run translation.
Okay.
Remember, there's a whole crowd of goblins between you and whoever's in the center. You hear Dwarvish. You can't. Nobody. Kamar might be able to kind of see from his height, but there's a lot of goblins in between you and there, and they haven't realized you're there yet.
All right. So we need to disperse the goblins so we can talk to the dwarf.
Might.
As long as it doesn't involve dynamite, we'll be okay.
No dynamite.
Oh,
It involves.
well then, don't ask my idea.
It involves a really big bird, or at least they'll think there's a.
Oh,
Oh.
No.
So right here,
All right.
minor illusion, and I'm gonna make it sound like there's an emu screaming and running.
Phenomenal. Give me a second.
That is the
Well-
greatest roll ever.
Let's see, they rolled a 5 and a 1, and they had a -1, so yes. The goblins panic in all directions. Let me make sure the other guy doesn't freak out and drop the fuse light.
Please no.
Yeah. Let's. Doesn't catch it. Okay, it startled everything. He dropped the lighter and it set off the fuse. You guys scattered the goblins. Give me a second as I was not expecting that. These goblins ran this way. These goblins ran this way. This goblin shits himself. This goblin runs this way because he's standing right next to it. These
Me and Randy
goblins.
are going to end to cut the line of the rope, the fuse.
Give me a second. I'm
Yep.
going to give you all combat time to figure that stuff out. Oh, that is not where he went. Um, let's see. Fuck. Use the knife. Cut the line. Okay. The hobgoblin looks to the left, sees this all go off, and let's see. He's the first to react. Does he? Oh, good. The hobgoblin dives and catches the thing and scoots away with the thing before you all have a chance to react. Meanwhile, the Draugr pulls out another lighter, ready to light again. And he's also got his hands on a pulley cord. The goblins are scattered. The hobgoblin dived and picked up the fire starter. I was about to let you all try to see what you could do too. I almost forgot about the hobgoblin. And he gets backhanded by the dwarf away from him. And I mean, other way. Draugr backhands the hobgoblin away from him. No, it almost did. The hobgoblin dived for the lighter as the Draugr couldn't catch it and just grabs another one, seeing. So, yeah. The artificers look and they see that he's got one fuse in his hand and he's also got he's holding a rope of a pulley in another. You can't see where the pulley of the rope's going to, but he's got it too. That he hasn't let go. Back to now that you've scattered over the crowd and the emu dissipates, what do you do?
I'm going to tell Fox and Zish they need to talk him down as I pull out my bow and pull it tight, ready to shoot him.
Well, the first
Right now
thing I
you-
do is cut the fuse here.
All right. Clocks, what are you doing while he cuts the line?
I try and get that guy's attention.
He's around the pillar over here. He hasn't noticed the group. He's over here paying attention to the hobgoblin. He just,
So I need to get closer.
well, right here you would be able to see him.
All right.
You see him, and he sees you, and he turns and he looks at you, He hasn't said anything yet.
I hold up my hands and I say, well, buddy, I'm
Good.
here
Right.
as a friend. What is the problem and how can I help you?
I'll let this rope go. I'm gonna blow this whole place, and I'm gonna light everything on. Want my daughter back?
Where is your daughter?
Back? Probably. I don't know. Find her.
You do realize you're effectively threatening her with the blast as much as you are them. If
Don't
you think
care.
it's you.
You want to talk sense? Get her back.
What does she look like? How old are we talking?
Are you daft, boy? Looks like me. Female.
With a beard, because that's how they roll.
Ain't no shield dwarf.
While they're
Please,
arguing, about
I don't
trying
know
to
what that
find his daughter, I'm gonna lean back and ask Kamar how fast he thinks he can get to that rope the dwarf is.
Oh, roll an arcana on the rope he's holding.
Who?
You.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, the smart one. Not in this case.
You know what it goes to, but you can make some some guesses that it ain't nice. And he's got another lit fuse in his or another lit just call it fire starter candle in his hand that he just grabbed and he struck and he's got another one. So if he drops that, it's going to relight the fuse. You can see the fuses are going everywhere from here. And whatever he's holding on to for that,
Okay.
it's going
So,
straight up.
how about I get closer to him and try and distract him by asking him more questions while somebody tries to sneak around and cut all the fuses?
His advantage, he's going to see everything coming at him unless it's somebody who can hide in plain sight.
Gee, I don't know, like the guy who's already hiding in plain sight. Gotcha.
Now, with that said,
Just give him
are
the
you
guard.
guys trying to stop him, or are you guys going? Okay, so what are you doing then? He wants his daughter back. He's willing to blow the
Well,
whole place up.
we need more info if we want to help him get his daughter back, and we don't want him to blow everything up. So, preventative measures.
All right. So, what do you say to the dwarf?
All right, I say, look,
So far,
we
so
we
far,
we are new here. We have no idea what's going on. We don't know who we're looking for or what direction to go in. Is there any little information you can give us so we know which direction to go in? We can take care of the goblins and hobgoblins and other creatures, but we need to know which way we're going.
If you get her back, I will stand here and hold this until she returns. Keep them filthy things away from me, and that what you got. I'm not looking to die here. I'm just looking to survive, and I want my daughter back. Probably off in the back whence she came.
you said your daughter several times. Are we talking about a child? Are we talking about an adult?
Oh, she could rip you asunder, boy.
That doesn't answer my question.
I mean, she's an adult.
That answers the question.
Yes. What is her name?
Give me a second. Yongen.
What?
Yongen.
Youngin?
Yongen. Oh, it does sound like that was the DM. Didn't catch that one till just now.
Youngin.
Boys,
Got
you better
it.
step back. I am not kidding. Don't think I don't have a backup plan to my backup plans.
Okay, so we need to go back the way we came.
It's all Zish moving, not stealth, obviously.
Right. So I'm talking to him now. We need to go back the way we came, and somewhere in that direction we will find your daughter, Youngin.
Yongen, yes. Just bring her here. This done. We can talk. But I want her safety here. Too much to ask, apparently.
Do you know exactly who took her?
Was she taken, or is she choose to come here, considering we know she's an adult now?
Give me a second there, Ori. Let me see if he sees you.
We can't talk logic to an irate parent.
Why not?
In his mind,
Have you ever tried to talk logic
she
to an
was
irate
taken.
parent? It don't work.
They are not going to hear
Oh.
anything.
Oh, god damn.
Roll your
Is-
stealth.
Come on, dice. They hold me today. Fuck you.
Ugh.
Boy, I see you behind me. I told you about backup plans. I know you're being a sneaky little shit.
Let's see.
Okay.
What am I? I'm what 5 feet away from the last fuse.
Yeah, well, that
He
you
also
know
has-
of. Yeah, and he does have a rope in his hand, and none of the artificers know where that's going. It just goes up into the ceiling and into a pulley system that's scattered. And now you look up and you see there's a whole nother set of fuses on the ceiling going all the different directions too.
I have a thought. I don't know if anybody's thought of this because I was distracted last session. Can the stupid bug eat the fuses?
No, it's not made of.
No.
Oh.
They eat iron pretty much exclusively. Anything that can be ferrous.
So,
Do we know how fast these fuses will burn?
what
What
is the
doesn't-
fuse made of?
Rennie, what doesn't work?
Talking to irate parents.
No. Trying to figure out what she's complaining about at the same time.
No, that's what
She's
she
talking
is.
about.
It's
She's talking about trying
I'm
to talk to
keeping
an
up.
irate parent.
Her
Gotcha.
chat is a little delayed from where we are, but
Yeah.
I'm tracking.
Tracking. Thank you. He's got a good grip on whatever the hell is up in the ceiling now. You see that there's just as many fuses going in the same directions, and now and it's like there's a double feed to the same directions to all the fuses. None of you rolled a 24 in perception throughout the time, so
24?
yeah. Let's yeah. It was up in the ceiling and it was camoed and had an illusion on it.
Oh, okay.
So that's just behind the scenes.
All right, well, since he
None of-
sees me, I'm gonna go ahead.
I wouldn't have been able to see it anyway. It's probably too high up.
I'm gonna go ahead and just leave my stealth, drop my hood, and flourish my daggers back in their sheaths as I saunter back, just glaring at him. True dark elf.
She's got to be back the way you came. She wouldn't be this far in.
How did you get in here to wire everything up to blow
You
without
think
coming
I
across
already have
her?
plans, lady? The minute I saw these ingrates coming in, I just went to where I knew I could control the situation. I'm going to take them all down with me. I just want to make sure she's not in here.
Oh, this was the plan before she disappeared.
We got invaded. I didn't know where she was at the time.
I could go find her.
Maybe.
Oh no, I can move around easier than you guys. You can talk them down while I go look.
That's what I was thinking. Somebody like sprint.
I could tackle him.
He stopped talking dwarf and stuff and has been starting to talk common throughout the end of this. So you all understand what he's saying.
So we can all talk to him now.
Well, yeah, he knows common.
Are you the one who made the spaghetti nest?
What?
Spaghetti nest on the pillars.
We've been laying this stuff down for months.
I
We're just
take
gonna
out one
blow
of
the whole thing and dig out the rest, some of us thought. Then goblins, and we're like, we should secure our load.
I hold up one of the older sticks. You do realize these things become more likely to go boom without warning on their own the older they are.
Well,
This whole cavern could blow before you were ready to blow.
are you gonna argue cement? Go get my daughter. If that's the precedence, maybe you should move a little faster if it's gonna blow at any time, and it won't matter what I'm doing. Now we're all in danger. Thanks.
Well, I
You're
guess
welcome.
we can split the party.
I don't like hearing a snicker after someone says that.
You think the DM did already think this?
So you
Because he didn't. But thank you.
are you the only one who was setting these charges, or was there someone else? Because maintenance is important for this kind of alchemical reaction.
Why are we having this conversation? Who is this guy?
Oh, my name.
Go find my daughter. Or I'm just gonna drop it and say the hell with things. Hope
I
she's
see.
safe.
So you're just gonna say
Irate
that
parent, not getting through to him.
lizard folk.
Right now.
I don't get it.
Yeah, you exactly. Lizards are very logical minded. Like this doesn't make.
Oh, it's
Gotta
right,
have
he's a
emotion.
lizard. I forgot Zish was a lizard.
Yes.
That's
He's
why
gonna
my
keep talking logic.
What is an irate parent?
we
I
eat our
understand.
young if they're stupid. What? It's just another meal for the next day.
All right,
The
while these
tribe-
guys, while they're all arguing with
I know.
him, I'm
Not fighting you to try.
I'm gonna go ahead and fall slowly back so he's not freaking out down this direction. Yeah.
It's back this way, back whence you came, meaning back the direction you came from.
While they're doing
Does
that,
anybody?
He only knew that we came down that hallway. He doesn't know that if we came from the north or from the other one that we didn't go down.
Correct. And he's like, she's got to be back whence you came.
So
roll a insight check.
Who?
You.
Me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
smart
you're
one.
putting 1 and 2 together. I'm helping you ascertain some advanced knowledge
Okay.
to help you think higher. Think I don't know.
Huh?
Nearest you could understand is maybe she doesn't go this far in.
Hmm. So
So who's staying and who's going?
where would she have come in at?
Well, I'm already heading down that way because I don't make.
I don't make plans.
No, I really don't. If you look at it, I don't make
I
plans.
know.
So that's just like I
I'm going
always
with
go
you.
left.
We
Pretty
find
much.
a cross point, and then I'm
Mm.
going that another way.
And my character has a hard time understanding emotions.
All right, so you guys are going. Oops, sorry. You two are going that way. Who's staying with the dwarf?
I will stay with the dwarf because he's gonna need some kind of. They're gonna need translation between the two of them. Him and the
Okay.
lizard. It's volatile.
Rennie, are you staying here to help keep this less volatile, or are you going to go help them find Youngin? Can't believe that spell pronounced sounds like Youngin.
That's what you get.
Hey, Angry Birds.
Yeah, Angry Birds and Youngins. Okay. She said be right back, so I don't know
Yeah,
if she's back
she
yet.
said.
Don't get okay. Do you want to go all the way back, or you're trying to go south? Which direction do you want to go? North or south? You two. I'll pause their scene.
Thaumaturgy.
No, I'm not actually casting that. I was just reading over what the spell did.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh, I didn't want to go all the way back up there.
Yeah. Okay, at the intersection, did you want to go left, right, or north?
What do you think, Mara? I was thinking going back down that hallway.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
I'm gonna come over here and sit down. Just sit here with the dwarf and just hang out.
There you go. You see the goblins over here pissing again?
I'm gonna ask them like, have you seen a female Draugr around here?
You startle the
Though I can't
one, and
really.
he turns while he's pissing, and
Oh,
he just keeps on
jeez.
pissing. Wait.
Answer me or I cut it off.
He's like, that way. Like back
He
behind him.
points.
He looks like he's pissing more now. He's scared.
You go that way.
Yeah. Are you see anything down here?
No, they're a different
No.
race. Draugr are the dwarves of the
Underneath.
The deep,
that
deep dark.
Yeah,
right.
they're
Whereas
Deep dark.
Drow are the elves of the deep dark.
You're back at an intersection that you all right here. Come on.
Well, we've been that way and they're not that way, so what do you think about going this way?
So you did hear a commotion earlier over here.
I'm gonna go ahead. Since we hadn't been down this way yet, Kamar, let me go ahead and scout a little bit ahead of you.
Okay.
You hear some angry tones and commotion up ahead. You're running.
Did I stealth too?
Sure.
Swear to God, if you get higher than me, I'm gonna stab you in the nose.
No, you won't. You don't know where he is.
That is true. That is
You
true.
don't know where he is. You're like, where'd he?
How did you lose the human?
Having an off day.
Just focus forward. All right, let's see. Let's go. You see a commotion up ahead. There's a rather large hobgoblin and a rather ornate ish, more than so. Like he's got a few more furs on him, goblin. And
A
they're
fancy goblin.
fancier. He's got a few more things on him. And they're arguing with something that's over on the other side of them.
Well, let's go, Mr. Stealthy Human.
Well, you don't know if he's moved closer or not. Okay. That's fine. You could get that close, or at least right here. There you go. So this goblin seems a little wiry than others, and he pushes this other goblin out of the way, and the goblin just seems to take it. And the hobgoblin that's right here turns and he looks at the goblin that's over here. And he's like, grumbling to the other goblin, or the hobgoblin's talking to the goblin as if conferring with him.
Oh.
You did hear something in common, and something that sounded like "stand back." They all kind of understand a little bit of common. If you step forward, you could use a perception to get a good clean sight around them in any one of the three directions: south, this, that. I don't know what you're doing.
Kamar's got me selected and him.
Gotcha. Okay. Roll perception.
Holy dice are hating me today.
You need to step closer. Pick a direction. And try again. No, they haven't seen you. All right.
What?
Bad angle. You're gonna have to go here now.
Right? Totally defective dice. Trading them in.
Like, what the hell's
Can I give
going
him
on
advantage?
over here?
What the?
Kamar, roll in athletics, Kamar. You grab Jared A. Luthen, you lift him up. Roll with advantage. There you go.
What
you
the
see things. I can see. What you see is this. She's gorgeous for a dwarf standard. Probably about an 18 charisma if you wanted to have stats to it. She's got this hobgoblin and a sickle right around his throat, and it's a standoff right now. And yeah, and she sees you, and she's like, she's not sure what to make of it yet.
Oh yeah, high stealth on the human. Right.
Right now, you just look like you're levitating.
No, take it. That's pretty cool.
You see,
I'm gonna whisper down. I'm gonna kneel down next to him and whisper what I see around us. And
Did he put you down yet? Because
Mm.
this is all actual time.
I'll
like,
put him
he
down.
lifted you up, you see this, and she sees you, and she's staring at you, waiting for a response.
oh, I'm just gonna smile and wave, and then he's gonna set me down. Hold on.
Now I need the other goblins because you.
Sorry, my dog's having a fit in the background.
You're good. I'm seeing if any of the goblins realize that you're there, because they would have seen her look away. And the hobgoblin beats your stealth of 12, and the goblin boss. So they turn and they notice you're in the situation now, and they take a step back, spooked. And we're kind of in a talking combat round. So you guys have the first word.
Well, they don't see him yet.
See who?
Kamar.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Now, did they spot us while he's holding me up, so I look like I'm levitating, right?
You just got put down. They just noticed that the lady was looking a different direction. They see you. They step back. You have a chance to step to make to say something. But they're gonna eventually see him because they're looking dead at him. They're gonna notice him next round. But we're in kind of what I'm gonna call talking combat. So what do you want to say for a sentence?
So as soon as they notice, I see that they notice me, I'm gonna pull back the hood again, drow elf,
right?
And I'm basically telling them, the lady's pissed. You're fucking up. Hurry up. Or my lady is pissed off. You're taking too long.
Roll persuasion.
Here's one. Oh my god, dice? Really?
The goblin doesn't believe
me
you.
last week.
Let's see.
I turn to the
Neither
dwarf and be like, "Are you younger?"
Youngin.
You're not there to correct him.
I'm sorry.
Probably younger than you.
Oh, your dad's a little ways up the road here, threatening to set off the whole canyon, the whole cave.
All right, roll persuasion to see if it for her. Yeah, we'll go. All right, your persuasion's got her. Well, she's still got the goblin. You see a deputy badge, not a deputy. You see an old sheriff's badge on him. So it's probably the retired sheriff that they were talking about. It's got like a little hole in it and everything. It's
Yeah,
all
we're
thing
here to
left.
take you back to your dad.
The goblin steps forward. We want place. He just like steps up to you, looks up, like he's not afraid of you.
Hey Kamar, 2 gold if you can one shot him.
Yeah.
What
It's
do
tempting.
you what do you say?
I start reaching for my sword. You really
Go
want to
ahead,
do
big
this?
boy. Yeah. Go ahead, big boy. They'll just make another of me anyway.
Mate.
Always a goblin boss. Roll Arcana.
Where's the smart? We suck, dude. By our powers combined.
The hobgoblin steps forward and goes, and he speaks very clear. I wouldn't do that to a goblin boss if I were you.
Hmm.
I'm just here to get her so this whole fucking place doesn't blow up.
I'm with you. Could you help us with? And he's actually gotten very clear, crystal voice. We need to save the sheriff. You could talk her down. We might be able to calm the situation. I got the goblin boss guy thing.
I'm gonna walk up to her. Can you let the guy go? He'll take you right to your dad. And no one will interfere.
The boss is like, I'll interfere if I want to. With that roll, which one do you want? Are you being persuasive or intimidating?
Persuasive.
All right, go for
I'm
it.
not threatening her. He as you can probably see on his face, he's just done with this shit. I don't do this shit.
She'll know if you're telling the truth. Roll
Well, that's how
persuasion.
you spell that.
I was looking at it going, oh.
Yep, she knows you're telling
I
the
wasn't
truth.
lying.
She believes you, and she holds the guy and is like, "We're walking forward," and then she moves the retired. It's just like, "Step forward, please," and so you two want to move forward, and she's going to walk with you while holding the retired sheriff. Looks like an old grizzled hobgoblin. By the way, there you go.
Oh, cool.
Okay, you know we're gonna have to blur this out later, copyright.
That's not copyright.
What?
They all look the same.
That does not look like her old man.
No, not at
Right?
all.
She does look like
No.
she's got fire in her eyes, and yeah.
I was expecting a beard.
I was expecting a beard. You all go ahead and move forward. The goblin boss is kind of rolling a temper tantrum ish. And she tries to step by you. She takes the sheriff and she pushes. Stop that thing. She pushes the sheriff forward and then she dashes past on the other side of you guys. The sheriff looks relieved, and as the goblin boss goes to say something, he goes over there and muffles his voice, like, "Stop."
I'm just gonna look
We
back at one
follow.
last time with a little shrug and take off.
Well, they're slowly following, but they're not being like. Roll an insight check.
All right, you know what? I'm done. I'm not rolling shit the rest of the day.
All right, let me expedite some of this. You can't tell if they're being threatening or not, so you're unable to let your guard down.
I'm just sitting here talking to the dwarf, trying to keep him calm, distract him.
While Zish is having what
Humans about
philosophical debate with them.
Existential crisis.
I'm talking about safety procedures for.
Oh,
Material.
so he's lulling them to sleep with his monologues over safety regulations. Is that it?
Hey, a good villainous
Did you
monologue
put a
can
nice
keep you awake.
stabilizer in this, or is this this seems to me to just be the standard formula? So if
He's
you
rolling
took
it. Go ahead.
So if you've been spending months doing this at different locations, you either should have already you should have planned to trigger it at a specific time. Is there a stabilizing agent in this? Did you add anything other than the compound ingredients to make the explosive more effective?
He's just rolling his eyes. Like, oh, this is worse than the goblins.
Found your daughter.
All right, hold on a second. I'm moving everything into place. You see her run up to him, and he just drops the rope and drops it, gives her a hug.
I'm really hoping dropping it wasn't the activation.
You see the rope and everything go off and everything, and it just and you're like, ah! And then you realize that after a few moments, that it was all a facade.
Oh, I was thinking that it was a pull thing, not a. I
Can
was
I
wondering
stab
whether
him
it
now?
was pull or drop.
Unfortunately, she's my wife now.
How did that happen?
Oh, joking.
Anyhow, so after the facade breaks and everybody realizes the panic attack's over and the guy was just bluffing the whole time, he looks over. He's like, "I was just gonna light it with a hand of. I just firebolt the damn thing, light it. That was all for show." Is what he looks over and tells you, Zish. They've reconvened. You're now got. Let's see, what time is it? We're gonna take a small 5-minute break, and we'll carry forward with the dialogue at that point. So it is 7:15 right now. Meet back at 7:20. Track it.
Reckon.
All right. I think our recorder is not there, so 5-minute break. Yes. Oh, I gotta use the restroom anyways.
All right. Let's see about changing out my dice.
All right. We all back?
I'd like to
I am.
request a new set of dice, please.
Hey, yeah, you just had one of those sessions.
Man.
All right.
That was
We
me
still got a
last
little
week.
bit left of the game once everybody's back. And
Yeah.
clock. Oh. Okay. Still trying to get rid of these drain flies. There's only a few left. Okay. The scene before you, you take a look, you see what went up, and it looked like it was an auto light, but there was, y'all missed some of the things, and now you could see that it wasn't going to auto light. What he let go of, it was a facade and a ruse. That's why he was being a little extra aggressive there. But anyhow, they embracing a hug, all that kind of stuff. And he looks over at you guys, and he's like, "Oh, we got a problem to solve. These goblins." And that's pretty much where we'll pick up, is right there. So who wants? Well, Clocks can do the talk, but he's speaking in common.
Nope, smart one.
I like that that's your response.
Well, then, while that's going on, I'm going to clean up some of this other stuff in the background. These two guys need a. These ones ran off. That direction. S1. One. There's Glicks. Sheriff. No name Goblin. Hobgoblin. And there. There's the clock's back.
I'm back.
All right. Last thing that was said was that they embraced in a hug, and the father said, "We still got these goblins to deal with," and that's where we're at. And everybody's waiting for you to take the lead, since you're classified as the smart one, apparently.
Oh.
Well, that
Huh.
and you're the one who actually speaks their language.
Even if he is speaking, yeah,
Common isn't
he
ideal.
cusses in a different language.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, we're supposed to be helping the goblins with the Angry Birds.
Angry Birds. Angry Birds. Sorry, that's. I don't know about Angry Birds. I know these goblins came in wanting to live here, and the boss is dead, and now they're here. What do you mean, Angry
Well,
Birds?
the Angry Birds forced the goblins out of where they were living, and they came here to escape the Angry Birds. Now, if we can go and take care of the Angry Birds, then the goblins will leave here and you'll have it back. Right?
So they did this for no reason?
Mm. How did you get that out of what she just told you?
I've listened too much of you. I'm pissed off that they came in and just took my home, killed everybody off.
Did the goblins kill?
Book. Well, who do you think did it? Wasn't me. Uh, the retired sheriff steps in. It was the goblins. They were doing it. We wanted to talk peace to these guys, but they weren't having the fact that they would be here and they would be there. If we could fix the bird thing, it might coalesce a better arrangement. Thank you. I didn't want to die today. Wasn't even supposed to be here today.
Yeah, you're also the only
Oh,
sheriff right
by the
now.
way, your new sheriff is dead.
It doesn't look like it. You got his badge right there. That means you're the sheriff.
Uh-oh.
Walk over to him and I
did-
put it on him.
Well, that's not how we do things around here. One of you's gonna have to, you know, one of you's got to have one of them minds that thinks like an outlaw to be the sheriff to fight them. And you don't look that type. Now that sketch guy in the back, old hiding, he'd make a good sheriff.
Walk over to him and hand him the their sheriff badge. There you're the sheriff now.
That's appropriate. In fact, he takes hat up and he hands it to. You might want this too. Jared A. Luth, you've just been handed a badge and a sheriff's hat. Well, we don't take kindly to unkind folks not being in charge, so we're just going to recognize you anyways. And you are now deputized there, son. Congrats. So, Sheriff.
I'm going to walk over. I'm going to put the hat on the big human meaty guy. I'm going to pin it through his skin. I'm going to wave and walk off.
He already said he didn't want me.
No, I don't care. He made me the sheriff. Now you're the sheriff because I don't want to be the sheriff.
The minute you try to push the hat on him, he recoils in pain from the hat.
Oh. It's a magic hat.
Malicious grin incoming. Come here, more.
It doesn't do actual damage, but it does. Yeah. The hat doesn't take too kindly to you.
So me stapling it to his head is probably not gonna be a good idea.
But first, you got to invent the stapler. But yes. It
I
does
flip
feel
down
like
one of my lenses and cast Identify.
Okay. While you're doing that, these two step back a little bit and they're doing their talk. Blix and the captain is the hobgoblin captain's over here. It doesn't take much, and you realize that it's aligned to chaotic and evil is a requirement for donning the attuning to the hat.
Oh.
Aside from that, all you get is the fact that it gives you a plus to insight, as you think, without sitting down and doing more identifying.
Oh, I was very close to being able to use that hat.
Oh.
Chaotic neutral.
Yeah, no, I don't think that the hat will accept him. I'm sorry. I guess you're stuck with it.
Did you see what Rennie asked?
Go try that hobgoblin over there.
Oh, the retired sheriff isn't hurt or anything. He just had a sickle to his throat. No, nobody here is actually hurt. Good question, though, if you're looking around the room. The Dwogger looks at you. He's like, well, you're the new sheriff. How about we celebrate this and talk upstairs outside of the mine?
Oh my gosh,
And
yes, please.
We can probably negotiate something. Is that okay with you there, Sheriff?
I'm gonna turn to the Draugr guy. There's also a drow lady really pissed off about some sulfur.
Speaking of which, if you guys go down the hall, I got something for you, but you gotta retrieve it. The former deed owner, for some kind of gift I can give you, fell down into this. There's a bug down there that's kind of guarding it. I
think you mentioned
take you
that
over
earlier,
there.
right? Looking over at them.
Well, let's go take a look. Trying to have a gruffer voice for the Draugr. Well, follow me, and then we can go upstairs, and we can. I got something for us to drink. We all probably could have used.
Yes, please.
He
Used for
meanders
what?
over here. What?
Used for what?
I'll let one of the other people explain that to you.
What?
He tried to ask a use for what, because he was being over logical. So one of you would have
Oh,
to
we
explain.
could use a drink
Yes, but what are we going to use it for?
to drink it and
Getting
relax.
drunk.
You see
It's
above.
a healing drink, I promise.
Okay.
You see a bunch of goblins over here. They're standing over a hole, and down in there you see a dead Draugr and what looks like two little things up out. Think like an antlion. There is down there.
Ant lion.
Oh.
Well, I mean, like
Gotcha.
it looks like a giant antlion hole down there. Is best to describe. Yeah, that's him down there. He's got the deed to something I'm gonna give you for thanks. He was holding on to it. It was my property. I was gonna settle down, but since he's dead, I get this, and you all can have that. Fair?
What is that? What is it the deed to?
Property over there next to Orsted ish. Don't know. I've been stuck here. I only recently bought it, and overseas is dead. So during the conflict, it fell in there, and something we knew something was down there. We just hadn't bothered to.
So, since I'm the sheriff, that gives me, leadership rights over these little stinky guys, right?
You're the sheriff. You're the lawman. That doesn't mean you can.
Outstanding. I love being the lawman now. I'm going to put my hat on. I'm going to look at that goblin that's closest to me, grin maliciously, and kick him into the hole.
Okay. See if he does a.
Okay.
Oh, we don't know what's down there. We got to see.
He falls down into the hole. The other goblin's like, why you just tell the goblin what to do? As something emerges, and
The hell is that thing?
The ant lion.
does that pop up?
I do not want this as a pet.
The goblin
Ralphie, I
doesn't
do
survive
not.
long as it gets dragged down into the dirt with it.
Take the wire. You think you could one shot that?
No. Do you think you could one shot that?
Two, maybe?
That depends. How much damage are we willing for that cavern to take?
There's a
I like the way you
Dynamite.
think.
That's a dynamite idea there.
will the someone roll me a perception check real quick. or for common sense.
Also, I know this is a very bad idea. Like I was saying, an explosion could set off the others.
Well, you don't think that an explosion's going to let the deed on the Draugr survive?
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm aware of that. Hence, how
Does-
much damage are you willing to have go down the hole?
Does anyone have a drop of mercury? No?
Mm.
Okay. well,
Why,
there
yes,
goes-
I do, Liz. I got some on me. He
Ooh,
actually does.
snap!
The and looks over. Youngin, you pull out that vial you got. And pulls out a vial of liquid mercury.
I fish
Like-
out in my pocket and I pull out this little disc and I say, just drop it right in the center.
How much?
Just a drop.
And she puts a drop.
And I close the little compartment that the mercury's in and I turn a few knobs and I throw the disc into the air and it expands to Tensor's floating disc.
All right. And read off Tensor's, or just link it in the chat thingy. And
Yep.
And I will find a picture of that.
Do you have the one I sent you?
Yeah. While you do that, I'm going to do that. I'm just going to create an NPC and import it. Pancake.
Cake!
Non player, create actor. Right. But anyways, so keep doing your thing while I'm doing my thing.
What's
Okay.
the disc for?
It floats, so I can float down there on the disc all the way to the other side, right where the deed is, and snatch it up. There it is. Before the creature senses me, because I'm assuming it knew that that goblin was there because of the vibrations of it hitting the floor.
All right. So I will just.
Okay, now before she does that, I'm gonna look at her and ask, then why isn't the dwarf pulled onto the ground?
The corpse?
Yep.
That isn't moving?
It's not moving.
He fell down there though. They just said he fell down there. Why isn't he drug onto the ground?
Fell down. Was he alive when he reached the bottom?
I think a dwarf is gonna survive a fall easier than a goblin.
I look over at the dwarf.
We need all the details.
He fell down in there and rustled and tussled, and then the goblins attacked, and we all scattered. We heard what sounded like his death rattle, you know. We didn't watch it. He didn't show back up, so I don't know.
Anybody got anything or a way to maybe dangle a goblin in the air?
We could use the pancake.
You willing to lose the pancake? Yeah, I didn't think so.
She's more
I
attached to the pancake.
I just got the pancake. It just started working. Pancake stands
Sacrifice
for
a runner.
Portable Arcane Node Combat Assistant Kinetic Elevation. And it doubles as a shield. Just so everybody knows.
In common, please.
We don't speak nerdese.
I don't speak Gnomish.
That wasn't gnomish. That was common.
No, that was Gnomish.
Let's see.
Common would be, I can block shit with this. I can float in the air with this.
I can float in the air, and if I turn this little dial, I can use it as a shield. And it has these handy dandy guardrails so I can't fall off.
So I could write it down there, pick up the dwarf and the deed, and then come back. Hopefully not get attacked.
Yeah? Yeah.
I still think we need to dangle something in the air because it's odd that the dwarf isn't under the ground.
Maybe he decided that the dwarfs don't taste good after he killed it.
Malicious grin to the nearest dwarf as I walk slowly towards it.
No.
Hey, they're the one that wanted to make the sheriff.
Not the dwarf.
The hobgoblin did that.
Yeah, it don't matter. He didn't stop him.
Was he gonna? Sorry, but Lawman makes. All right. So So Kamara, you're the one who's gonna float on it while she's concentrating on the tensor's disc.
Yeah.
All right. You easily
I'm going to
travel.
temporarily drop everything except for my sword.
All right.
I know I can just grab him and go.
You easily just travel down it. It floats above the ground. It doesn't seem to disturb anything. And you get over to here, and you see that he's been shredded quite a bit. So he's missing a leg or something, and you do see a leg that's over here, like it was spit out. And I guess you're right. He tasted bad.
He tasted bad.
And you pick up the Draugr and you drag it back, and it doesn't bother you.
Rennie, aren't you supposed to be a druid? Don't they honor all life?
Yeah, what the hell?
She's also a Yuan-Ti, guys.
That depends on the druid.
Okay.
Now, if you want to throw some dynamite down, wait, I'm going to search for the deed first. See, get that.
You grab the Draugr and you bring him up there, and he's got a key, and the Draugr speaks. The father speaks up. He's like, "Yeah, he's got the key. Yeah, now we can get into the safe."
I got the key. I'm like, now if you want to do the TNT, which I think would probably be a good idea.
Why?
You just want to blow something up, don't you?
I don't need to blow anything up now. We've secured.
Now he doesn't want to waste it. Okay.
Fine.
Mark.
Now it's precious.
Mark, you should totally do a donkey kick right now.
I'm tempted.
I mean,
the goblins and everybody start to go go back to the beginning. Hold on a second. I'm going to expedite some of this.
Wait! I see something down there. Patch of brambleweed, look!
I'll give one of them with advantage to see if he even wants to. They don't fall for it because they value their life.
Damn. I tried.
Aw.
Okay, so we will skip to the next scene. Y'all make it back to where Youngin was, and there's an easy path out, and you all end up right back here. I hate that I can't click that anymore. Trying to relearn the system differently. Activate. The
Ooh,
dust and everything is not
hey,
in the air,
there's
and
sushi.
yeah, it's hot. It is 7 o'clock in the afternoon. So let's get rid of these tokens. Let me see what's up.
What the heck?
I'm gonna have the.
Wow, there's two of me.
Yeah, I know. I copied all of those, and I need to get rid of these. Poof.
The heck?
You guys are up here at the top of the map.
Disappeared.
And I need to make sure there's no combat round running. End this combat. Yes, that was the first combat you all come into. Okay. There's about from everything. There's about
Again.
7 of the Draugrs. What?
I'm connected to everybody again. I don't, oh, yeah, that's right. Okay.
Let's move some of these people around. And you all just hang out there. Him over there. What did I just delete? I deleted her. Let me bring her back. Bloop. Okay, you
Oh,
guys get
okay.
back up to the top, and they settle everything down. They unlock the safe, and he pulls out a piece of paper and he hands it to you there, Kamar, and it's a deed to a land that's off to the west. It's got a little beacon on it, and you can follow it to it if you need to. They kind of set up a little bit of a barbecue. There's roasted rat meat and fried cave moss and some other things. You look like you might be able to have a long rest here. Currently, you guys are right here on the little whatchamacallit here. They're frying up stuff over here, and you guys, it's you all have a conversation pretty much. First bit of rest that you all have had since you've gotten here.
Also, how are we going to deal with the birds? I kind of got an idea of some way we could do it.
What's your idea?
Basically, build a big pen, lure them in there, and just kill them off from as we like throw stuff at them. Spears, magic, rocks. Yeah.
You did
Who's
hear how many there were, right?
I never I never said we wouldn't have to do this a couple of times.
I'm putting you down there for a reason. Quit it. I'm trying to organize the stuff. I need to move things around. Just be there for 2 seconds and I'll move you back. Jeez. Trying to organize. Give me a second. I'm trying to get the things out of the way. You couldn't get there if you want. That roof would fall
New
through.
sheriff says no.
There. You're in the background. You're overseeing. I mean, technically, this ledge oversees where they are, anyways. Okay.
Well, that was just my idea. It doesn't mean we have to do it. Just something I thought of.
That is a high point, unless he wants to be up here hanging out with the goblins. All right. It is the quietest place for you to convene that makes the most logic, unless you want to be difficult. So I was trying to get you there. Okay. So outside of game, the question now stands is that what is it that you guys are going to be doing next? So with that, you have the yes, you have the dwarf there. You can ask him questions, and you all are sitting around having a decent meal. There's some sausages that aren't made of rat that the Draugrs are cooking up to feed you, as opposed to what the goblins are eating. And there's probably about a good, now that you see them all, about a good 100 or so goblins just running around. There's about 15 to 20 Draugrs in the background, and you guys are sitting on this porch, and there's about 7 hobgoblins. The people who are close enough to talk to is Youngin and her dad, as they're hosting, and also the retired sheriff. We'll just make this guy the hobgoblin sheriff. So we'll get in character. You guys chat away, and then as soon as that's done, you guys will get to level up next session. Before I forget, who earned inspiration? Between all of you, you all need to vote on who gets the inspiration for this session. And what we'll do is every session, you guys will vote who deserved the inspiration. And you can have up to 3 for the rerolls. So before we get anything else done, who gets inspiration? You can vote for yourself, or you can vote for someone else.
What?
I got to vote for
What?
Kamar, and I got to vote for Clock so far.
What is
Kamar,
this Yoda thing? Don't recognize them.
We'll get to that. This is kind of out of game real quick.
Okay.
Nemo and Clocks and Ty, who do you vote for inspiration? So far, I got one. Who?
Elf.
Oh, Jer. Okay.
Jared Lane.
Zish, Clocks.
Yeah, I vote for him too. The
I
sheriff.
got 2 votes for the sheriff. Zish.
Clocks.
All right, we got two for Clocks, 2 for Jared Luth. I'm going to give you both 1 inspiration because it has been forgotten this whole time, and you both have earned an inspiration. This will be the only time that there is not going to be a tiebreaker, but so Clocks and Jared Luth, you get 1 inspiration, and now we're going to zoom into it. That is Suichi. That is a Kawatoa that you all that's been following you.
Is sushi?
Suichi, yes.
Sushi.
Suichi. And she's got a lizard. It seems a little bigger now. It's gone from this size to this size.
Oh, what's she been feeding it?
Good question.
Girl, what you been feeding that lizard?
So let's get to a wrap up of this. You guys hold your conversation so that I know what to do. Out of game, there's all the stuff that I've left for piecemeals. There's also still you could just travel west, north, or back into the hole after the Neokis.
I'm making a to-do list for myself now that we are out of the mine.
All right.
Find my books.
Not in the mine.
I need to find my books and organize them.
Yep.
Speaking of which, the goblins up here have that emu, and they've kind of been feeding it, and it's been up here. The one that you all wrangled.
Make an emu
Is it-
friend so it can carry my books.
Yeah.
What happened to the mule?
The mule's still running around too. The mule is still for sale because the little goblin had it. But is there any questions or comments, or like talk in game a little bit of what you all want to decide to do, so that I can get an understanding, and then we can end this session. Or at least
Yeah,
the
the
camera.
sulfur and emu genocide.
I mean, it doesn't have to be genocide. Or show the goblins how
True.
to take care of them.
Yes, the era begins of the Goblin Emu Riders.
Genius idea. I love it. We're doing that.
Yeah, out
Yep.
out of
Yep.
out of game.
100%.
Out of game. I just recently learned of the emu wars in Australia. The Australians lost twice against the emus.
it's twice.
Okay, twice. They didn't learn their lesson the first time, and they had guns.
Machine guns.
Yeah,
lost-
I just learned like all of the details about it like 2 days ago. It was a YouTube video that we happened to watch. I was like, wait, what?
And what were you saying there, Zish?
There's also the Chinese, and I think it was a Sparrow War that they lost.
Let's
Fair-
not get too much off combat. We got to
goodness.
wrap this up like very, very quickly. So, is the emu direction what you want to go for then to try to solve that equation issue?
Oh, sulfur first.
Okay,
For
so
here.
the father says you can meet the drow if you go back through the mines, and I'll give you the and Jungen can give you the safe passage, and that you would be able to get to the emu through there because you would be able to go through the mines and then south, and so you all are heading to the drow first, correct?
Yes.
Yep, agreed.
All right. It was a good day. Y'all have been through the mines under. Congrats. You all will level up. We'll deal with that next session. Let's at least stop the camera.
All right.